I am now in Pompeii. I just entered and I plan to be here for a few days. These are some of the walls I'll show you in front of me. Entrances to different parts of the city. I literally just walked in. So imagine for a minute that this volcano, Mount Vesuvius, which is literally right in front of me. If you see it in the forefront there, that volcano erupted in the year 79. And for any of you who have ever been through a hurricane, the lava literally traveled as fast as a hurricane winds. And it completely covered this city and preserved everything. Everyone was in whatever they were doing in that moment. The lava came and it covered up to 20 feet this entire city. So it wasn't until the late 1700s that they began to do some excavations, and they were appalled by finding so much sexuality here in this city. And some of those pieces, which I will be giving you several days of this tour because I'm planning to be here, I don't know, until I'm done. Phallic symbols to direct to where the brothels were. Sexuality was celebrated, unlike where we are in our time today. I posted something yesterday about a book called Roman Sex. So that was written by John R. Clarke, who studies Roman sexuality in the context of modern Western culture. So what ultimately has happened is, Christianity came into play became an official religion here in Italy around the year 300, and that began a sexual repression, which I'm still trying to understand. But it changed the culture, the Christianity and the new ways of practicing sexuality completely changed. And sex became something that was only for procreation, and trying to suppress this one major aspect of human life that actually creates life. By both men and women, we create life, and that aspect has been suppressed and has resulted in my work, which is dealing with sexual repression and the result of years of generations. Many times men and women are dealing with sexual issues that are generationally transferred through religion, through culture, through society, and that's a proven fact. It's in research. It's not like this is a proven fact. So I always like to understand the beginning. We're at the beginning. We're at the number one site in the world for understanding the way people lived in the year 79 in Italy. And it wasn't even called Italy then. That's another piece of history. And the last time I was here, I was 19 years old, and all I remember was seeing several petrified bodies when they had been covered with the ashes. So going back to what I was saying earlier about in the 1700s, when they just started to discover these sexual frescoes, they were just old. And what I read one place is they buried them again, and then when they started excavating again in the 1800s, they put them into secret cabinet. Many of the pieces are in a secret cabinet that I went to see in Naples at the Archaeological Museum, and that was walled up and locked up, except for men who were allowed to visit periodically. There were, different things that happened in the last 150 years, really. And a key piece of this is the terminology pornography that came in around this time in the 1850s, when they began to label prostitutes as women that were less than. That was the beginning, because before that, sex was celebrated. It was part of the culture. It wasn't a big deal, but now we have all these structures around sex and around gender, and it's a truth. It is a truth. So I'm here to understand that and kind of do some of my own excavating of in my own life, and I'll share along the way.